Hey everyone, today at Hafen we're going to dig up an old Toro head in the sprinkler system and we're going to replace it with a Rainbird 5000. First thing I'm going to do is bring my shovel and dig around the sprinkler head. You don't want to go too close, just get bigger than you think you need. Kind of loosen it up. Just grab this lawn and pull it up. Set it to the side. So now I'm going to kind of look which way the funny pipe is coming from. On this one, it's at this angle. So I'm going to kind of dig it up a little bit around there. Some of that dirt so I can lift it up just a little bit. And now I'm going to take my new head, the Rainbird 5000, and just compare the height to see that this one's a little taller, so we might have to dig it out just a little bit underneath. But basically what I'm going to do, grab a hold of the whole unit and unscrew it. When I take it off, I'm going to be careful not to get any mud down on my elbow inside of it. A little dirt there, we'll just wipe it off. But before I do this, I'm going to use this rock that I just dug up to prop my elbow up. I'm going to put the nozzle in now before I get everything set in place. So since this sprinkler is just going to rotate 180 degrees, I found what works best for me is a 2.0 low angle nozzle. We have a lot of wind where we're at, pretty much every night from the east and in the morning, so when we're trying to water, it really blows the sprinklers around. So I like to go with a low angle. The 2.0 isn't necessarily 2 gallons a minute. It depends on how many PSI your sprinkler system is, and that determines how many gallons per minute you're flowing. But I will show you how the nozzles come from the store. They come on this little tree here. They have them all listed in their different sizes. And I've chosen, like I said, the 2.0 low angle. I already put this in, so I'll pull it out and show you how it goes in. So to get the sprinkler up, I have this little tool by Rainbird. Stick it in the side of the sprinkler head and turn it, and it catches. Allows you to pull it up. So I'll go ahead and do that. With the 2.0 at the bottom, I'll just plug that in. And then at the top here, there is another little spot where you put this tool in for a screw. And that's what's gonna hold this nozzle and keep it from just shooting out. And also, if our nozzle or this sprinkler is shooting too far, this will come down on the stream and tighten it up. So we'll get it there. So we're ready to go to flow water. So I've got that rock propped in there, keeping my elbow out of the mud. We're not using any pipe tape or glue, anything like that, just screwing it on. Screw it on nice and snug, not too tight, because sometimes if you need to make a little adjustment, you can be able to turn the sprinkler just a little bit either direction. So I'll pull my rock out now because that feels good. Now before I get it buried, this actually looks like it's at a pretty good height because the lawn, the other sprinkler was buried a little bit, so this was just about right. So now I'm going to check if we're shooting in the right directions. I want it to go 180, and it looks like we are. And as long as the sprinkler shut down, get the camera here, you can turn this back and forth and you can see that where it shoots out, it's kind of an arrow on the end of this right there. And when you turn it back and forth, oh, it went the wrong way there, you can hear that it's going, and that's at 180 degrees. To adjust that, we needed to change it, there's a little plus or minus. Let's see if I can zoom in here. There's a little plus or minus right here. We put it in and turn to the right to increase it or left to decrease it. Also, I'll show you up close. This is where you put the screwdriver, the special screwdriver in and turn it to lift it up. And then this front is our nozzle or spray pattern adjustment. So now we'll go ahead and put back our grass. So one thing I need to do on the grass is increase the size of the hole where the sprinkler was coming out, because this one, you can see how wide it was at the top. It's actually slightly bigger than this one, but it was buried under the ground, so it was only as big as the part of the head that popped up. But I need it a little bigger. So I'll just kind of pull some of this grass out. So when I put this patch back in, it will not smash the sprinkler down. Okay, I'll put some of this extra dirt that came out back in so we don't create a big sinkhole. Okay, just going to set this back over it. So far that's looking okay. There's a little bit on the edge over here where it's not perfect from digging it up. That's why I like to go a little bit bigger hole instead of small. You just got this big piece that you can kind of work with to either turn it a little bit to see if it'll fit better, or to work with the dirt once it's in. But that's where it needs to go. So we'll just kind of work with it there. And then from here, I'll go ahead and go inside and we can turn on the sprinkler and make sure it adjusts. Like I said, we just go from side to side like that. If I want to pull it up just to see if it's straight, I can put it in that side slot, lift it up and see that my head needs to be tilted a little bit back. So I'll have to work on this dirt. I'm getting it kind of packed in there. And then in not too long, this seam here will grow back together, and now we got a replaced sprinkler head. Thanks for watching our video today. If you enjoyed this video or found it informational, you can always hit like. You can give us a thumbs up for that. You can subscribe for more. Thanks.